Hey, how's it going? My name is Jim Fung, and in this video, I'm just going to be walking you through exactly what AI lead generation is, how it works step by step, and how everyday people are using it to create consistent income online, even if they're just starting from scratch. And I'll also be breaking down who this is actually for, and just as importantly, who it's not for. Now, if I talk a little bit slow, feel free to bump this up to a 1.5x speed, but really do try to stick with me here because this is a business model that most people don't even know exists yet, and it's one that's working incredibly well right now in 2025. Now, if you're here, I'm guessing that it's for a reason, right? You're probably working hard at your 9 to 5, but maybe feel like your income is just capped, like you're just trading all of your time just to stay afloat, and you want something better. You want more flexibility, more control, more breathing room, and you're not trying to go viral on social media or become some tech genius. You just want a simple, practical way to earn real money online and start something that actually lasts. And that's exactly what this is about. Because over the last 3 years, we've generated over $900,000 in revenue using AI lead generation, and we've also helped 200 plus clients start their own AI lead generation businesses themselves. And I'm talking about everyday people, 9 to 5 workers, engineers, nurses, retail workers who've gone on to earn an extra $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 a month, often on the side without needing to quit their jobs up front, without a background in sales or tech, and without taking any massive, huge risks. And the crazy part is it's all built on a simple, repeatable business model, leveraging 3 major economic trends that are creating a new window of opportunity in 2025. Because if we just zoom out a little bit and just look at the economy right now, it really comes down to one undeniable truth. Every business needs more customers. But what most people don't realize is, according to Harvard Business Review, over 65% of businesses actually say that getting new customers is their #1 challenge. So just think about the last time that you saw a business go under. Chances are it wasn't because they had a bad product or had a bad service. It was because they just couldn't get enough people through the door. So no customers equals to no revenue equals to no business. And this is what's called a lead generation problem. And it's one of the most expensive problems that a business can face. And that's why Forbes is projecting the lead generation industry to grow to over $31 billion by 2031. So businesses are literally spending billions just trying to figure this out. And when you know how to help them solve that problem, you just become incredibly valuable. And that's exactly what AI lead generation will let you do. Because this isn't some kind of gimmicky, just a make money online hack. This is a real business built on solving real problems that actual businesses face every single day and just getting paid well in order to do it. And right now, that's creating a perfect storm of opportunity, because not only does this model just tap into this massive demand that already exists, but it's also riding the wave of something even bigger: AI. Now, I get it, right? When most people hear AI, they just feel a little uneasy. And I don't blame them, right? You've probably seen all of the headlines. AI is coming for your job, automation replacing entire industries. It's literally everywhere. And Goldman Sachs recently predicted that over 300 million jobs could be lost or transformed by AI in the next coming years. And legal journalists are literally saying that 73% of lawyers could actually be replaced by AI tools. So just think about that for a second. These are professions that people go to school for years just to master, and now AI can replicate the same output in literally minutes. But here's the thing. While most people panic, the smartest entrepreneurs, they actually see opportunity, because AI isn't something to fear. It's a tool, and when you understand how to use it strategically, you can actually get the output of 10 people in the time that it used to take to write a single email. And that's exactly why this model is so powerful. Because on one side, you literally got a $1 billion lead generation industry that's just growing every single year. And on the other side, you've got the explosive rise of AI, just changing how works get done in every single industry. And right in the middle, it actually sits AI lead generation, and it's really just the intersection of 2 unstoppable trends. And that's what makes this model not just exciting, but extremely sustainable. Because when you learn how to combine AI with the skills of just solving real business problems, you're not just building a side hustle that just makes a bit of cash on the side. You're building a real business with real income, real clients, and real leverage. Because this isn't some gimmicky make money online hack. This is a real business because it's built on solving real problems that businesses actually face and getting paid for it. And right now, this is creating the perfect storm of opportunity. And the best part, our businesses are paying $1,000, $2,000, or even up to $3,000 plus every single month for that kind of help. So your role is simple, right? Find businesses that need more leads, help them get sales calls with potential clients, and get paid $1,000 to $3,000 per client every single month. Now, let me actually walk you through exactly how AI lead generation actually works step by step. And the process that I'm going to share with you, it's literally just 5 steps, and most people can go through the entire thing in under 14 days. So the very first step is step 1, which is choosing the right businesses to actually work with. Now listen, this part is crucial because lead generation is a service with just massive demand. Every business wants more customers, but not every business is the right fit to work with. So write this down, screenshot this, this presentation, save it. Because getting this part right sets the foundation for just everything else. And here's actually what you want to look for in a good business to work with. So the very first thing is the price point should be at least $5,000. And the reason why is because if a business is only selling, $100 products, they just simply can't afford to pay you $1,000 to $3,000 every single month for lead generation. But on the other side, if they're selling something for $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 plus, even just one extra client could cover your entire fee and just make them a profit. And that's really when it just becomes a no-brainer. Now, the second thing is you want to work with businesses that actually have solid customer results, right? Because you want to work with businesses that are actually helping their clients, not scammers, not fly-by-the-night operations, real businesses with real results. And the third thing is they need to sell B2B, so meaning business to business. And this is really a non-negotiable, right? Because you want to work with businesses that sell to other businesses, not consumers. So skip the gyms, skip the realtors, chiropractors, or even e-commerce stores. Instead, you want to look for service-based B2B companies. And here's actually some really good examples, right? We have marketing agencies, recruitment agencies, software companies, IT firms, accounting firms, law firms. And here's the truth. You don't need to overthink this. Just pick one industry that makes sense to you, maybe something that you're either curious about or something that maybe you have experience in right now. Because once you understand how to run this model, you can pretty easily switch industries later. Why? Because every B2B business needs more sales costs. The demand is already baked in. So don't spend more than 10 minutes just picking a niche. Just like Christian, who decided to work with businesses in the real estate industry, and he was able to sign his first client who paid him $1,500. Or like Franco, who signed his first client in the recruitment industry who paid him $1,100. Because the most important thing is just make a decision, and let's move forward to step 2, which is building a list of businesses. And honestly, this step is just super simple because all we're doing here is finding business owners that we can actually reach out to, so people who would match the industry that you picked in step 1 and would actually benefit from just getting more sales calls. All right, so what you want to do is use a tool like Apollo.io. And Apollo is basically a giant directory of all of these different businesses and their contacts. So what you want to do is just go to their website and create a free account. So the very first step is after you create your free account, this is what you're going to look like, right? And what this will allow you to do is set up different filters that allow you to reach out to the people that you're trying to reach out to. So the very first thing is go under industry and keywords and just find the industry that you picked earlier in step 1. So for my example, I'm just going to pick marketing and advertising if I'm trying to do marketing agencies. So I put the industry and keywords. The next thing I want to do is under locations, I'm just going to put United States. I'm going to put Canada, and I'm going to put UK, United Kingdom. And once you have that, the very next step is you want to put the job title. So I'm just going to put CEO, owner, and founder. And once you set up all of those filters, as you can see, there's just a giant list of all of these email addresses. And all you want to do is just export that list of email addresses onto a Google Sheets that look like this, right? You have the first name, the last name, the title, the company name, their email, their city, the LinkedIn address, and their website. And this brings us to step 3, which is where the magic happens. Writing cold emails and using AI to land these businesses as paying clients. And a cold email is just a short, friendly message that you send to a business owner where you're introducing yourself, explaining what you do, and showing how you can help them get more clients. So kind of just think of it like saying hi at a networking event, but instead of doing it awkwardly in person, you're doing it from your laptop with just a few lines of text. And the best part is you don't even have to write these emails yourself. AI can actually do it for you. And all you need to do is just clearly show the business how you save them time, how you help them get more customers, and how that leads to more money. If you can do that in just a few lines, they'll want to work with you. It's really that simple. And cold emails, they're not just convenient, right? They're proven to work, because a study by McKinsey actually found that emails is 40 times more effective at acquiring customers than social media or any other channel. So when it comes to starting real conversations with real business owners, cold emails is one of the most effective tools literally out there. Now, before I show you how AI can actually write these for you, let's actually quickly break down what exactly makes a good cold email. Well, a good cold email is direct and gets to the point, right? You're not writing about the weather or where you live. It needs to be clear on the value. So for example, saying something that very clearly says that, hey, I can help you get more sales calls. And the third thing is make sure it's short and simple, right? Don't write a wall of text. You're not writing a paragraph or an essay. Think 3 to 5 lines max. And here's actually an example, and this is a cold email that I sent that actually landed me my very first $3,000 client. It's very short, it's very clear, and it just worked. There's no fluff, there's no hype, and it's just a very straightforward message that gets attention and, more importantly, actually gets replies. Now look, writing cold emails isn't that hard, but if you've never done this before, it could definitely feel overwhelming, right? What do I even say? How do I not sound spammy? How do I actually get replies? And that's exactly where AI comes in. So for our clients inside our Inbox Lab, we actually built our own in-house AI cold email writer. And this isn't a public tool. It's not something that you could buy. It's a custom built tool specifically for our clients to really just eliminate the guesswork and make it as easy and low risk as possible to actually get started. And here's a super quick preview of how it actually works. So all you have to do is just press write my cold emails, and it's gonna ask you what is the specific industry that you wanna do. I'm just gonna put marketing agencies. And it's gonna go on and do a bunch of research and actually write the cold emails for you, and just try to observe how quickly this process actually takes. And as you can see, the AI is then going on to just write all of the cold emails that you can actually just copy and paste and just send these cold emails directly. And that literally took less than 60 seconds. And the goal of this tool is, even if you're not a great writer, even if you don't know where to even start, this tool makes it unreasonable for our clients not to get results using cold emails by leveraging AI to write these cold emails for them. So once your cold emails are written, the next step is simple. You need to send them, right? But here's the thing. We're not doing this manually, right? You're not going into Gmail and sending one email at a time. That would literally take you hours. Instead, we want to use a tool like smartly.ai, which actually automates the sending for you. So what this means is your emails will be going out every single day, even while you're at work, at the gym, or out for dinner. It's fully automated, working in the background while you just go about your day. Now, what's the goal of sending these cold emails? Well, it's to start a real conversation. So for example, remember that email that I showed you earlier? One business owner actually replied back and said, hey, I'd love to hop on a quick call. I'd love to hear more. And that's the goal, to spark genuine interest with business owners who actually need your help. And that leads us to step 4 of this process, which is just taking sales calls. Now, this is where you're selling your lead generation services, but before you get nervous, let me make one thing super clear. You don't need to be great at sales or even have any sales experience. You don't need high pressure tactics. You don't need to sound slick or salesy. And the truth is if you've ever gotten a job after a job interview, you can literally do this, right? When I did my very first sales call, I had no clue what I was actually doing. But here's what I learned, and here's what actually just works. Just be a normal person, right? Don't overthink it, because these business owners are getting on the call because they have a real problem and they're just struggling to book sales calls and getting new leads, and they're actually hoping that you can help fix it. So instead of just pitching hard, just have a real, genuine conversation, right? Ask good, genuine questions, show real interest, and learn about their situation. So ask things like, what do you sell? Who do you typically sell to? How are you currently booking sales calls? And how many would you like to be booking every single month? Because once you understand where they're at, that's really when you explain how you can help them. You can literally tell them, hey, I help businesses like yours book qualified sales calls using cold emails. It's a simple process powered completely by AI, and it's designed to consistently generate leads for you every single month. Then after that, you just want to share your pricing. And from our experience, most clients start by charging anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 per month. And that's what I did. My very first client paid me $3,000. And most people that we work with, even if they've never sold anything before, land their very first client in that exact same range. Because lead generation is high value and it's in super high demand. It directly helps businesses make more money, and that makes it very easy to actually justify your fee. For example, Adrastru was able to sign his very first client who paid him $2,000, and he's from India, which is just super crazy, especially if you just factor in the currency conversion of $2,000 USD. Or Sydney, who was working as a data analyst, and she was able to just sign her first client for $3,000 per month, and she's never done sales before. So now that you signed your first client, the final step in the process is, again, super simple. Step 5. delivering the lead generation service. And at this point, you already know the process, right? You've learned how to send cold emails to land clients, evaluate if a business is a good fit, and close deals through a simple sales conversation. Now it's just about doing the same thing, but on behalf of your clients. And here's the best part. You don't need to learn 10 different skills. You don't need to learn how to run ads or how to build complicated websites or funnels. Remember how earlier we talked about sending cold emails to book calls for yourself. You're doing the exact same thing, but now you're sending cold emails for your clients with the goal of booking sales calls for their business. Because you're not the one taking the sales calls. You're not the one selling the service. You're not explaining what they do. You're just sending cold emails using AI that starts real conversations and book meetings on your client's calendar. And that's the beauty of AI lead generation, because by the time that you land your first clients, you already gone through the entire process for yourself, and now you're just applying the same system for someone else. And it's one skill repeated twice. First, you're doing it to get clients for yourself. Then the second time is to do it and to serve them. You're not trying to just do 100 different things. You're learning one valuable skill, lead generation, and you're using AI to help you do it faster, smarter, and more consistently. And this is a simple, repeatable system that works across nearly any industry, because you're basically acting as the middleman between a business and its ideal customers. And you're getting paid every single month for the sales calls that you help generate yourself. Now, to be fully transparent, there's obviously a little bit more to this process than just these simple 5 steps. But at its core, this is what it looks like. You're using AI to write and send cold emails. You're offering a service that solves a real painful problem. You're helping businesses get more leads and sales calls. And in return, you're getting paid $1,000 to $3,000 per client every single month. Now, let's actually talk about what you don't need to make this work, because this actually surprises a lot of people. Because you don't need any fancy tech skills. You don't need a complicated website. You don't need sales or marketing experience. And you definitely don't need to work more than 40 hours a week. And all it takes is 5 to 10 hours per week to just get the ball rolling. Now, of course, this is a real business, and the more effort you put in, the more that you actually make. But if your goal is to earn an extra $3,000, $5,000, or even $10,000 a month online, you can absolutely do that part-time on the side without just flipping your life upside down, because this fits into your schedule, not the other way around. Because if you've got a 9 to 5, you could do this on the evenings. If you got kids or family responsibilities, you could do this in the mornings or the weekends. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to take any massive, huge risks. You don't need to just completely change your routine. And that's the beauty of AI lead generation, because you can run this from anywhere, and all you need is a laptop, Wi-Fi, and a few focus hours a week. Now, to really show you how powerful this model is, let me break down the math using what we call our money math calculator. And it's a super simple tool that we use to help our clients get clear projections on exactly how much money that they could actually make with AI lead generation. And the math is honestly pretty straightforward, because most businesses will happily pay you $1,000 to $3,000 per month for lead generation. So let's say that your goal is to make $5,000 a month. That's just 2 to 3 clients paying you $1.5K to $3,000 per month. Or in simpler terms, if you're charging $2,000 a client, you just need 2.5 clients. And obviously you can't get half a client, but hopefully you get what I mean. Or if you want to make $10,000 per month, you just need 5 clients paying you $2,000 a month. And I get it. Maybe that still sounds like a lot, but in practice, it's actually not. Because according to LinkedIn, there are over 359 million businesses all around the world, and you only need 3 to 5 of them to hit $10,000 per month. And that's why people like Tyler were able to start AI lead generation on the side of his 9 to 5 and scale to $6,000 a month with just working with 3 clients. Or how Kevin, who works full-time as a software engineer, started this on the side and he actually hit $9,000 a month. So how are all of these people doing it, even while working full-time? Well, it's simple. They're learning a high income skill, the skill of lead generation, and they're using AI to automate, shortcut, and streamline the overall process. And that's exactly what we help our clients master inside our partnership program, Inbox Lab. And if you're interested in partnering with me here at Inbox Lab to start your AI lead generation business and getting it to $5,000 to $10,000 a month with it, then use the first link in the description below to set up a strategy call. So take Nelson, for example. He's a full-time nurse, and he signed his very first client who paid him $1,500 a month in literally his first few weeks. And he actually mentioned in this screenshot, as you can see yourself, he never thought that he'd close this soon. He doesn't have any sales experience or any business experience for the matter. And this is literally a screenshot from one of our consulting calls. He actually jumped on while working in the middle of his hospital shift, right? He literally jumped on wearing his nursing scrubs. And this is what this opportunity allows you to do. And that's the whole point of this video, right? To show you that these results are real, to show you how we help our clients replicate them, and most importantly, to show you how you can partner with us to start making $5,000 to $10,000 a month in reliable, consistent online income through AI lead generation. Because after generating over $900,000 in the last 3 years with this model, I've had countless people just reaching out to me, just DMing me, emailing me, asking, hey, how do I get started? What's the first step? And that's exactly why we created the Inbox Lab model, where you get personalized mentorship, step-by-step guidance, and real accountability from a team that's actually doing this every single day. Because let's be honest, when you're just trying to figure things out on your own, it's just super easy to just end up feeling overwhelmed, right? That was actually me when I first got started. I was just throwing a million things at the wall and just praying that something would actually stick. And that's exactly why Inbox Lab actually exists, to just eliminate that guesswork and just get you results faster. Where this program gives you the opportunity to work one-on-one directly with me, and you get help with literally everything involved in getting this process off the ground, helping you pick the right businesses to actually work with, using AI to write high converting cold emails without overthinking it, learning how to confidently run sales calls even if you just never sold anything before, and most importantly, how to actually deliver results for your clients. Plus, you get access to all of the templates, all of the frameworks, and the systems that we use inside of our own business. You don't have to just figure this out on your own. You just copy, paste, and fill in the blanks. It's really that simple. And on top of that, you get weekly live Q&A sessions with me and our team. Every single week, you could jump on, ask questions, get feedback, and see behind the scenes training of what's actually working right now in 2025. And we literally designed this to turn over every single stone to just make sure that you're lined up for success. But here's what makes this program even more powerful. We back you up with an ROI guarantee, where if you don't make back at minimum what you invested to start working with us over the course of 6 months, after going through this entire process, just learning how it all works and launching your own AI lead generation business, then we'll just simply refund you in full. But after seeing the massive results that we have been able to achieve by using the system, our done for you templates, our automation software, and personalized coaching, I'm honestly just not that concerned about that at all. And that's how Brian, who was working a corporate banking job with zero business experience, was able to start AI lead generation, and he actually scaled to $24,000 in a month within his first 6 months. Or how Simon, who's working as an engineer full time, was able to start this on the side, and he now makes $4,000 a month on top of his job. Because genuinely, the only way that you don't get results with Inbox Lab is if you just don't take any action. For example, here's Spencer, who used to work in finance, and he started AI lead generation, and he was able to sign his first few clients and hit $11,000 in a month in his 3rd month. You can actually hear from him directly.
So I started probably, I would say 2 months ago. From a setup perspective, out of my 3 clients, I'm at about 11,000. I think what you did really well, Jimmy, was sort of lay out a structure that is very, very clear and concise to follow. And then really having that sort of support in the back end to fill in any gaps really helps you sort of make progress. And if you're somebody that, can follow instructions quite well, it's quite easy to sort of get up and running.
And the craziest part is after I did that interview with Spencer, he then went on to hit his very first $20,000 month, all without hiring a single person. So the very next step will be to reserve a one-to-one strategy call using the first link in the description below. And on the call, you can ask any questions, learn fully about how we can help you start AI lead generation. And if it seems like that there's a good fit and we could generally help you get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month with this, then we'll invite you to work together with us at Inbox Lab. But again, only if we genuinely believe that we can help you get started with AI lead generation, because we want to be completely upfront about what we're looking for in the people that we choose to work with. So here's who this is for. This is for you if you're an open-minded, decisive action taker, right? We're only inviting people who are ready to stop sitting on the sidelines and start seeing real results, right? This is not for people who are still thinking about it or just looking around to see if this is something that they might want to try. This is for people who are ready to make a real change and start their own AI lead generation business. This is for people who want to see a real change inside their lives and is open to the idea of getting uncomfortable, right? There's a saying and it goes, if it were easy, then everyone would do it. And it's super, super true. entrepreneurship isn't always comfortable, but if you're willing to just step outside your comfort zone, then the growth and the rewards on the other side are really just life-changing. And this is for people who understand the value of timing, right? The reality is opportunity windows, they don't just stay open forever. AI is moving fast. Businesses are waking up to the power of lead generation, and right now there's a unique window, and those who move fast and move first will have all of the advantages. So if that's you, use the link in the description below to book in your strategy call. So if that's you, then use the link in the description down below to book in your strategy call. So before we wrap up today, let me just quickly address some of the most common questions that people have before getting started. So the very first question is, how long does it realistically take to start AI lead generation? And that's honestly a really good question. And here's the honest answer. Most of our partners inside of Inbox Live get things up and running in the very first 7 to 14 days. And that includes everything from choosing a niche, getting their tech stack set up, writing the first AI-powered cold emails, and just sending their first outreach campaigns. Now, of course, this isn't magic, it's a real business, but because we're co-building this with you, literally getting in the trenches with you and giving you the exact templates, tools, and step-by-step game plan, you're not just wasting unnecessary time just figuring it out yourself or making rookie mistakes. Because if you're putting in 5 to 10 hours a week, then you can actually expect to sign your first client and make money within your very first 4 to 6 weeks. And we've had partners land their very first 1.5 to 3K a month client in literally the second week. And although that shouldn't be used as an expectation, it definitely can happen. And others do it while working full-time jobs, raising their kids, or just starting with zero experience. Because this isn't about speed. It's about consistency. And if you stay consistent, this works every single time. Just like one of our partners, Jordan, who was working full-time as a recruiter, he had no idea what industry that he wanted to work with most, and he just decided to just work with recruitment agencies since that's where his professional experience, it really just came from. And he signed his first client for $2,000 within his first week, which again, is honestly super incredible. And the second question is, are there any other investments involved? And the answer is yes. I want to be super and fully transparent about that, because to run an AI lead generation business properly, you will need to budget around $300 to $500 a month in tools and softwares. And this will cover everything from AI, just writing the tools for your cold emails, email accounts to send cold emails from, and just miscellaneous softwares to run the business. And this is what keeps your business running lean, automated, and just super effective without needing ads or needing a team or just building complicated funnels or complicated websites. Now, if you're someone who's just currently struggling financially, right? If you don't have a few $100s a month that you could comfortably invest into building a real business, then honestly, this probably isn't the right fit for you right now, because this is a real business, and like any business, it has real operating costs. But here's what makes this investment worth it, right? The earning potential is huge, because most of our partners are able to charge $1,500 to $3,000 a month per client, which means that literally just one client can cover all of your monthly expenses and still leave you room for profit, right? If you get 3 to 5 clients, you're realistically making $5,000 to $10,000 a month in recurring income, often part-time and without needing to quit your job. Now, the next question is, why would businesses pay for lead generation when they could just do it themselves? And I love this question, because the answer is super simple. Because they don't know how to, right? Every business, they want more leads, they want more customers, but most have just zero clue where to actually start. They're just overwhelmed, they're just stuck in client delivery, or they just tried marketing before and just wasted money with zero results. And when you come in with a clear system and you literally say, hey, I'll get you sales calls using cold emails, you don't need to run ads or hire anyone else, just take the calls. It's an instant no-brainer, and they don't care about how you do it. They just care about the results. And that's the leverage that you have. You're solving a problem that they're desperate to fix without them needing to hire a full-time marketer or just learn a whole new skill. And with our AI tools, you'd be able to do in a few hours a week what would take them literally months if they even knew where to actually begin. Now, real quick, I actually wanted to walk you through what's actually going to happen on the call so that you feel fully prepared. And this isn't going to be a high pressure sales call or anything like that. We're not here to convince you or persuade you into doing anything. It's just a simple conversation where we'll be asking you a few questions about your current situation, your goals, and why this opportunity actually caught your attention in the first place. We'll then be walking you through how the AI lead generation model works behind the scenes, including what working with us together would actually look like. And if we're 100% confident that we can help you hit your income goals and build something real, then we'll invite you to partner with us inside of Inbox app. And if you're still here, still watching, you're probably clearly serious, right? You don't need to have everything figured out today. You just need to take the first step. So book your strategy call using the link below, and let's see if we could build something real together. Otherwise, thank you so much for sticking around, listening, and learning about this opportunity. See ya.